In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snub Nub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would hope that you would be patient with me, as we have not been together in a little while. Shout out to you, Armin. Shout out to all of you who have, since its inception, going way back to 2007, I found it necessary that we become silent for a little while because of the redundant message, the talk without actions, all the talking and producing anything does not give one the energy to continue the words that is really necessary for us to progress. There are those who are satisfied, content, and happy with words because action would require too much sacrifice. Action would make us to acknowledge, or would have to acknowledge, that the things that we have been doing really the last 100 years have failed and continue to fail. It is good that we take a break and be silent so that we can see the progress and the accomplishments of those who are smarter than we are, greater than we are, because we are nobody and we don't know what we're talking about. I don't know whether or not I should, excuse me, tongue-tied, got to get back into the groove. I don't know if I should even talk today. It is better for me to be silent. I should not even say anything. I was told, because of my voice, my 10 views and my 10 subscribers, that I was causing the black community to lose ground. Because of my opinion, the black community, because of my opinion, to the black, because I want you to be successful. I don't want to be the one that is causing you not to progress. I want you to be successful. So if that means I have to shut my mouth then I would be quiet. I've never thought, because someone has a different opinion or a different strategy, I never thought it would bring so much hate. It's already bad enough that YouTube and other non-black folks would attack my channels. But then black people, black men and women, team up and come together. You shut up. You be quiet. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I have been quiet. I have shut up. And sit back in the cut and watch you do your work, because I don't want to be the reason why you fail. So during the time that I have been quiet, what has been going on? And we may talk a little bit about these current events, just a little taste. The Nolan Wells case. The little baby, what's his name, Cohen Wiley. The incarceration of Carmelo Anthony. Khadijah Farrakhan. Not the decrease, the increase. It's not going down, it's going up. On y'all watch, because I am being quiet. Is it also thought-provoking that the Nolan Wells case and the little baby Cohen Wiley case are in Mississippi? Is it a coincidence that this state keeps getting all this press? The state that we talk about on this platform, that we could have taken control of and built for ourselves. Now you must suffer the consequences. Now the people must suffer the consequences for what you chose. For a little while there, I became upset, a little frustrated, disappointed how I have been treated on these YouTube social media streets. And I don't understand, I don't comprehend that people that claim to want the same thing, how come they can't get it done? Then I have to realize this is what you want. I was locked up with people like you. I was locked up with people, I need to get out of this crazy house. I'm tired of being locked up. And they crying and hooping and hollering, when I get out of here, but they were doing nothing to get out of him. They were comfortable locked up, and you are comfortable locked up in this big prison called the United States of America. You are comfortable. You got your scammers, you got your preachers, you got your video game, you got everything in your cage to keep you comfortable in your prison, in this zoo. There are animals, if you open up the cage, they won't leave. They won't try to escape because they don't know what's out there. And with all this hooping and hollering about freedom, justice, and equality, I want to be free and all this, actually, you are afraid. You are afraid to truly go on your own. Because once you go on your own, you can't blame the white man. You can't blame Billy Sue, Johnny Mac. You can't blame nobody. It's all on you. I know how you feel because when I was incarcerated, I was afraid. I was fighting to get out of incarceration. I wanted to get out of the jail, but at the same time, I was afraid. But you gotta be like that little baby bird or that eagle in the nest. You can't stay in the nest forever. And the world is a scary place. But just like your forefathers, you gotta spread your wings and fly. Some eagles, unfortunately, they jump out the nest to their deaths. And that's what you are afraid of. Because you got everything in the nest. Somebody bringing you food. You don't have to do nothing. You got it made in the shade. But when you go on your own, you got to do for yourself. And that's really what you're afraid of. So you can listen to somebody like Morris World TV or Dr. Umar Johnson or Louis Farrakhan or Sonetta TV or Taalik Nasheed. You can listen to all this stuff that keeps you comfortable in the nest. And you will never, ever be able to fly. Because they don't push you out the nest, because they make money off of you as long as you stay in the nest. Cash out me. I don't want your cash out. And if I ask for your cash out, I'm going to produce something or tell you I took your cash out, brothers and sisters, and I failed. Something that Dr. Umar Johnson don't know how to do. Dr. Umar Johnson has taken thousands and millions of dollars, and he's too arrogant to say, I don't know, I messed up. Keep feeding you the story so you stay in the nest. Because that's how they make their money. Keeping you a fledgling in the nest. And that's what you want. And that's something I have to accept and realize. It's not your fault you are afraid. You scared. I was afraid. Okay, if they let me out of this jail, how I'm going to support myself, what I'm going to do. I was scared. There's nothing wrong with that. Just admit, I am afraid. But you have to take what they say in the Christian church. You got to take a leap of faith. I have faith in myself. I am more than being in this jail. I'm better and greater than being in this jail. Here I am. I got to flap my wings, so I'm fighting. And the judge told me, you know we letting you out of here. And we giving you nothing. Now, if you stay a little while, we'll help you get an apartment and help you get back on your feet, but we're going to be all in your business Found out, I don't want you in my business. I'll take my chances. And the judge said, good luck, sir. And I was gone. And I have not looked back since. When you go on your own, is it going to be some suffering? Yes. You're going to suffer. You're going to struggle. But then everything that you accumulate, it's yours. Nobody giving you nothing. This is mine. That's why you have to give praise to somebody, because you don't build nothing. I got to give praise to God. I got to give praise to Umar Johnson or Tariq Nasheed. I got to honor somebody, because you can't do nothing on your own. But it's you. So everything that I get to this day, nobody can come out the shadows and say, well, if it wasn't because of me, if it wasn't for God, I would know all this is me. Everything is me. I don't care if I have a car with 3 tires. That's my car with 3 tires. And I get to go where I want to go. It's mine. You want to give all your work, everything you do, to somebody else. And that's why you scared. That's why you scared to leave the nest. You need help. Somebody have to help you flap your wings. You need somebody to help push you a little. But the sad thing about it is, these folks not going to push you nowhere. They need you in the nest. They need you to stay in jail so they can live off of you. The manosphere, the red pill group, all these people sucking your blood. They don't want to see you free. They don't want to see you functioning as a full human being. They want you dependent. But we are living in the 250th anniversary of this nation's independence. Not dependence, independence. And I want to say to the white man, the patriotic white man of America, some of you are actually related to some of the forefathers. They would be ashamed of you for what you are allowing to happen to this nation under this orange orangutan. And I apologize to all orangutans out there watching you too. I'm not going to keep you long. We just want to make a point and get out of here. The Nation of Islam talks about the fall of America. Many of you know I used to be, and it's still in my heart, a part of the Nation of Islam since I was a child. I just cannot throw those teachings away. We're having technical difficulties, looks like. We're going to just keep rolling until something happens. Now, they teach the fall of America. And the black conscious community, the Pan-African community, they applaud that. Boo, boo, America. Boo, boo. Fall of America, yeah. But this nation called the United States has not fallen since this has been taught, it's still chugging on along. And we don't know when this fall of America is going to happen. At the rate it's going, America will fall. Chances are not in our lifetime. It's not going to happen. But we want that. We claim that we want that. And you have your Pan-African. But see, they make money off your emotions. So the Pan-Africans will applaud, and the Nation of Islam will applaud, and the new Black Panther Party will applaud, and all this blackity black stuff. They will applaud the fall of America. And in your ignorance, you are applauding your own demise. Because you are part, whether you like it or not, you are part of America. And if this boat sink, you sink along with this boat. If America died today, you die with them. All of us. The Pan-Africans died. The Nation of Islam died. Moorish World TV died. SOULidarity TV died. Because we're part of this. Whether you like it or not. And the Black American, the so-called Black American, soul brothers and sisters, we have a 400-year investment in this. Why would you, when you have not built or established an alternative, why would you fall of America? That's dumb as hell. And you don't have nowhere else to go. The only thing that the Black conscious Pan-African community, the Moorish Science Temple, Nation of Islam, and all this other stuff that you're listening to, the only thing they can offer is talk and rhetoric. And after 100 years, have changed nothing. In fact, some would say our condition is worse than you. Talk all this stuff, but you love the cage. You was born in the cage. You don't want to leave the nest. You don't want to fly. You just want to talk about flying, but you don't want to fly. A lot of tough talk, but no action. If America fall, you go, I go right along with it. Your children are in the military. Your cousins, maybe your mother, father, uncles, nephews, nieces, wives, they're in the military. Helping your enemy attack a country that didn't do nothing to us, and you know it. But that's their job. Because we have failed to do anything to give them as an alternative so they don't have to go fight for Massa. Well, I got to do something. I'm not that smart. We know it has nothing to do with being patriotic. I got to go there to get free money for education, to help me do things. You and I are part of America. Black people, and you can go on YouTube, we are paying high-ass rent like everybody. You paying high-ass gas prices. All these different things. Food prices. But you're different. You want America to fall, but you have no lifeboat. If you had a lifeboat, you wouldn't be paying the high rent. If you had a lifeboat, you wouldn't be paying all these high food prices. If you had a lifeboat, but you have no lifeboat. You got a lot of talk, but these people have not prepared nothing for you except talk. But here I am, we offering a solution that would really had put us in a better position than we are right now. Because this vision, this proposal, had all these things already thought about. And you would be in a better position, and people would be looking at you right now had you done the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, had you done it and been successful, they would have been looking at you. How come they're not suffering like the rest of America? The perfect power play. This is how the Nation of Islam really gained a lot of power. Because they took people that didn't have nothing and they gave them something. They lift the people up. The people may not be interested in the teachings, but they was falling in love with this amazing thing here that was helping them in their time of need. That's why some women and some men are married to certain people, not really necessarily because they was physically attracted to them, but because in their time of need, they was there to help them. Then they end up falling in love with them, being married and happily ever after, all that type of thing. But they told you that the Mississippi campaign is a pipe dream, that is a joke. Now you have nothing. Now the Mississippi campaign was our lifeboat. You still on the ship, but you got a boat. You got something to work with. Should this thing start drowning, you got something to work with. Oh, Angel snubbed up 7, shut up. You a clown. So I need to go quiet. I'm talking about lifeboats. These people talking about stuff that happened 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 1960, 1930. Same redundant stuff over and over again. Finding somebody to beef with. I don't agree with so-and-so. That ain't the truth. I'm going to expose. We love to expose stuff. I'm going to expose Angel Snap. I'm going to expose Sonetta. I'm going to expose Morris World TV. I'm going to expose Eric Muhammad. Same old garbage. Round and round. Same redundant stuff. Because they don't have nothing to offer. And really, they're jealous of Angel Snub 7. They're jealous that we have something to offer, a solution. Because you claim you want to be free. Well, you don't act like it. When you go to a factory and they are building a car, Muslims is on that, atheists is on that line, dope addicts, Black folks, whites, Asians, all types of people are on that line. But the purpose is not trying, I want you to be an African, I want you to be a Moor. The purpose is to build a car. So we come together on this line and everybody do their part and put your part on this vehicle as we assemble. Then as it comes out, we have a car that everybody came together and built. It's not a Muslim car, it's not a Moor science car, it's not a Christian car, it's a car that everybody can use. It's simple. Ain't nobody on the factory floor, well, my screw is better than your screw. If my part of the engine is better than your part of the engine, ain't no foolishness like that going on. We are building this vehicle so that we can ride. We are seeking freedom so that we can be an independent people and we can be proud of ourselves, that we can function and act like any other free people on the planet. But you keep listening to these misfits. When they finish talking to you, while they talking to you, will you donate to my Cash App? And they give you nothing. And you're satisfied because you are afraid to leave the nest. Whatever our personal belief, that's fine. Your personal belief has nothing to do with building the car. What's important, put together so all of us can benefit. Because all of us put in our little piece so all can benefit. So we continue to do the same thing. I've been quiet. I haven't been trying. I haven't made mockery of nobody. I haven't said nothing. I'm quiet and I'm looking at you. Here you are during the time of the dumbest, incompetent president that this nation has ever had. A total idiot, and you can't take advantage of it. Because they don't have no plan, they never have nothing. Had we participated and we made an effort to make this Mississippi campaign real, and then this idiot comes into office, woo! The things you could do. Because this idiot is making enemies everywhere. This country is in chaos. And that's what you want for your enemy. You want him in chaos. You can make your move. He's too busy doing other stuff. But you don't have nothing. They still talk about religion, fighting over religion and going to Africa and all this other stuff. So since I know that you still want to be a slave, it's really a waste of time to talk to you about freedom because you're not interested. you are comfortable on massa plantation. You fool other folks, but you don't fool me. I know what it means. I know how it feels to want to be free. I want to be free from that jail, and I want to be free from this racist incarceration that I was born into. And I'm ready to fly. I'll worry about other things later, but I got to get. And even if I can't fly, if I jump off the nest and hit the ground, so what? I tried. You don't want to try. You want to pretend. You want to put on this show. I want to get free from the white man. You want to get free from the white man, but holding on to his video game, holding on to his drugs, his women, his alcohol, his YouTube, his Facebook. All the wonderful things that make you an American citizen. Still praising God. Being shot to death. Bomb. Oh Allah, oh Jesus. Bombs dropping on you. That's how you are. Bombs dropping on you. And you praising the God. You praising all and getting nothing. But you willing to die on this stuff that give you nothing, produce nothing. The slaves on the plantation cried for God. God didn't do a damn thing. It took a civil war to give us our little privileges that we call freedom in 2026. Privileges like they give you in jail. I know about it. They gave me privileges. I felt like I was free. You feel free with your privileges. You don't have freedom. In fact, white folks, white people in this country, you don't have freedom either. You are a flunky. And see, I am really proud of many Caucasian people on Instagram and Facebook. I see the videos. They are upset. And eventually, sooner or later, they're going to rise. They're not like you. Because 250 years ago, their forefathers done it. They got sick and tired of it. And they went to war for their freedom. And now the time is coming for war for your freedom. Because not only Donald Trump, but all these administrations within the last few decades have destroyed your, what they call your rights, your freedoms in this country. Guinea pigs for vaccines. Guinea pigs for different drugs. Building all these data centers, destroying your water, bringing your noise, disrupting communities with these data centers. Not only in black community, they don't care nothing about poor white trash. They don't care about no middle class. Matter of fact, is there a middle class? I don't even hear them talk about the middle class no more. It's been destroyed. You're living in cars and RVs and tents. The richest, one of the richest nations on the earth, and the citizens on the sidewalk, sleeping on a bench, motel rooms, storage lockers. This is America. I know once they get angry, if they want me to speak and be the spokesman, I will do it. The hell with the blackity black. Y'all ain't nothing. You had your chance. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing until the white man do something, because we all in this. And if necessary, they'll make you, whether you like it or not, or throw your happy ass in jail, in prison. Nobody have time games for messing around with y'all nutcases. You've learned how to tolerate oppression. You learn how to survive. We used to ask brother, how you doing, brother? Oh, I'm just making it. I'm surviving. I'm just making it. And you happy. And some of these suckers, because they doing a little better. See, things can change. I keep telling you, you can wake up one day and all your little money that you got, you can wake up one day and they will tell you your assets are froze. We can't give you nothing. We think everything is a joke because see, man, who is your daddy to make sure everything is going right? You refuse to do anything on your own. The Nation of Islam has been teaching 100 years, do for self, and don't have nothing. The Moore Science Temple teach the same kind of stuff in the Pan-Africans. They don't have nothing after 100 years, except excuses for failure. And even Elijah Muhammad taught. He said, that's one thing you'll never hear from the white man. He don't make excuses for failure. But when you talk to these folks on the internet and you question them, they have 100 and more excuses why they are a failure. Instead of saying just, I don't know what happened. I guess we done something wrong. So if this nation is to continue to survive another 250 years, it's going to be the white people, the white man of this nation, not black folks. You're nothing but a follower. That's all you know how to do. And some of these folks even brag about it. I follow Jesus. I follow Elijah Muhammad. I follow. You say it with pride. I follow. I don't know dead people. I follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I follow Marcus Garvey. I don't know how y'all follow dead folks, but they do a good job. And they follow invisible gods and demons and spirits. I don't know how they do it, but they've been doing it for a long time. And that's why you will always be an inferior. That's why those who know better will always be on top. That's why we are here where we're at. Because you allow, because you can't lead yourself. Destiny. I want to say this and we're going to get out of here. The white man, or men in general, this is what you teach in the patriarchy. You say, I am a protector and a provider for my women and my children. I am a leader. That's what I do. That's what coming out of their mouth. From the manosphere, that's what they say. I'm a traditional man. I want the nuclear family. I protect my woman. I provide for my children. But your woman and your children in this country are under attack by an orange megalomaniac. And you sit back and do nothing. You got a Congress that's full of doo-doo and you know it. You got a Supreme Court that's full of garbage. All of it need to be uprooted and start all over again from scratch. All of it is corrupt. And you know it, but you sit on your ass on the 250th anniversary of the freedom, independence of this nation, and you got somebody that's making you a slave, and you do nothing. You don't protect yourself. You do nothing for your women. You do nothing for your children. Nothing. Mr. Man. Because you scared. And they have brainwashed you for generations, destroying your manhood, destroying the essence that your forefathers had when they stood up against the mother country. You don't have that anymore. Not all. There are some who are ready. In the Constitution, it gives the citizens the right to bear arms and form a militia. Woo! And form a militia because the government might turn tyrannical. The forefathers already gave you the answer. If you stood up like the man you claim, you don't have to pick up a gun, just threat and tell these suckers, y'all need to get things right or we gonna make it right. Mr. Orange Man and all your sycophants and the old ass cowards in the Congress, you get it right, we'll make it right. What's the sense of being able to bear arms and form a militia and you sit on your ass and don't do nothing? I'll tell you why, and we're going to get out of here. I'll tell you why the white man has not raised up and start making moves to take crap out of power. I'll tell you why. Because for the last generations, you've been made comfortable. So-called Negro in America, soul brothers and sisters, you've been made comfortable in your middle class. And since I'm not poor, but I'm not rich, so you comfortable. That has been and being destroyed. How can you make $100,000 and suffering? But they are. They say in order to be middle class now, you have to have at least $500,000 or something to call yourself middle class now. Middle class, what used to be middle class, complaining. But you're not getting angry. Why aren't you Mr. Man? Why aren't you getting angry? Because they have sexed you up. They made sure you got plenty of porn in your mind. You pornified. Got lots of drugs. Oh, we fight. No, they're not. We're not fighting the drugs. These drugs are getting in you and you using them. Give you lots of liquor. And now marijuana. Hooping and hollering over the Knicks. Hooping and hollering over the soccer game. Like you little children. Grown men hooping and hollering over another man wrestling in some drawers. Kicking a ball. Kicking balls. I thought when you kick balls, I thought they hurt. You watching men, and here you are, you're a man, and you like watching men in shorts go up and down kicking balls. This is how they condition you. They strip you of your manhood. Then you go to church or to the mosque on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And the preacher tell you what God is going to do. So you don't have to do nothing. Don't worry. Put it in God's hands. The forefathers of this nation believed in God. Many of them. But they knew they had to be hands-on. Give me liberty or give me death. And they picked up a rifle. And they had to take care of some business. Some of us not going to make it home. But we going to die. And we going to fight so our generations don't be slaves. And you watch all this silly media. Go on YouTube, all these old corny, silly. Here you are, 18 years or older. Only thing on your mind is silly stuff. Love Island, all these dumbass reality shows. Survivor. All these misfit shows that don't teach you nothing. You don't learn nothing. America has a severe literacy problem. A lot of these folks cannot read. They read on a 3rd grade level. The educational system, no, you dumb. No, you didn't learn nothing. And they pass you through. Woo! Your father wasn't strong. Your father was a dope head. Your father was a porn addict. So there's no strength in you. Even in the white men. Only thing on your mind is finding some woman's backside. Watching porn. Watching another man's penis on film. That's how sick y'all are. So the essence of your manhood that you said, I'm supposed to protect, I'm supposed to provide, that has been destroyed. So you have somebody like Donald Trump and this corny Congress and the Supreme Court and all these idiots. They operate with impunity. And they know, because if you was going to do something, you would have done it a long time ago. So they wipe their brow. Woo! Ain't no men. You did a good job, media, television, the drugs, the alcohol. So having a gun, you have the right to bear arms. To kill another citizen. Not those who are actually your enemy that's destroying your livelihood. Like black folks have guns in the community. Not to deal with the enemy, but to destroy themselves. So you have Caucasian people doing the same thing. Killing one another. Slaughtering one another. They doing nothing against the ones that's really put you in the condition that you're in. Murder the little children out of school. Murder the people trying to pray out at a college or church or go to college campus, but you do nothing against those getting rich and wealthy off your blood, sweat, and tears. You do nothing. They made a sissy out of the white man. It's psychological also for American white men. Why it's so hard for you to rise up like you should and take back your country. I'm not talking about this bull doo-doo, let's make America great again. That's what got you in trouble to begin with. It didn't start with Trump. It started with the whole idea, the whole sick racist idea of superiority. Now many Caucasian people are experiencing what Black America, soul brothers and sisters, what we've been experiencing for the last 400 years. Now I see the videos all the time. Now I understand what the black people talking about. Now I see. I can see now that the rain is gone. This is why the Mississippi campaign would have been in the perfect position to take advantage of all this stuff. It's difficult for the white man to rise up against because Donald Trump that they respect. That's the reason why. There's something, I'm going to say this and we're going to get out of here. There's something in the Quran I remember being taught. I was taught that the devil would come and get me. And it will come the devil will come, sex is natural, but the devil will come in the sex act, the political system. The devil will be there waiting on us. Just to live, the devil will be there, Satan will be there on the path. So as a Muslim, you are taught and you pray to Allah and you say, oh Allah, guide us on the right path, because not only will the devil or Satan be waiting you even on the good path, Satan will make other paths that trick and deceive you to go. The Satan will appear as God himself. So Donald Trump is the president. And in the political system, the president is God himself. He is the ultimate authority. Even though he's not supposed to be, there's supposed to be a system of checks and balances. The Congress and the Supreme Court supposed to be able to check the president. President can check the Supreme Court and blah, blah, blah. The forefathers created a system of checks and balances because they already knew. And if the government become imbalanced, then I want to put guns in the hands of the citizens so the citizens can put your ass, take you out, or you will put yourself back in balance. But see, Donald Trump and the political system itself know that the citizens, you have been dumbed down with drugs and alcohol and sports and games and religious babbling, and they know you in a messed up position. There was a black revolutionary, I believe he was Idi Amin. Idi Amin was trying to talk to some students in a classroom. And he was telling them, you cannot be a revolutionary using drugs and alcohol because it messes with your mind. You can't think, you can't focus. These men, black or white, or whatever man in this country that talk about, I'm a man, I protect and I provide, you're a damn lie. You can't protect and you can't provide a damn thing when you are a drunk, when you are a porn addict. The only thing you want to do is play baseball and football and soccer ball, play with balls. Watch TV, listen to all this filthy music, dumbass rap garbage. You don't learn nothing. They know they have destroyed your manhood. And the manosphere blame it on the women. It's the men that done it. The manosphere and the red pills become into existence because manhood has been destroyed. And instead of targeting the ones that actually have destroyed you, your enemy, you want to blame it on another victim, which is a woman or children or the elderly, or some of y'all even take it out on cats and dogs. They have made sissies out of you. You will talk about a woman, you will attack a woman, but you won't do nothing to these creeps, these males, especially these males in Washington, D.C., who have put you in this horrible condition. And here is this idiot, because he's too arrogant to say, damn, I done messed up. And he even said, they asked this piece of trash about the suffering of the American people. Oh, it'll be all right. All these suckers have millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. They don't care nothing about your livelihood, about your high food prices. They destroyed the manhood in America. But the white man, this white male, and this white woman will stand up way before black folks will. When they stand up, then black folks will stand up. Then these old pieces of trash, black conscience, I ain't no part of that. I can't do that. I don't fight with the white man. I don't do nothing. You know, keep following that dumbass stuff. Pretty soon all that stuff will go into obscurity. It's outdated, that all this race mindset, regardless of what it is, it's going to go out of, it has no place. Because all of us suffer because of the actions of these demons in Washington, D.C. And the black conscious, the Pan-African community have given you no outlet, no alternative, except a bunch of talk. All their talking do not reduce gas prices. All their talking don't reduce your electricity bill, your gas bill, housing costs. But I can guarantee you this, had you put into practice this, what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, the suffering would not be so great. You offer an alternative. And all of America looking at you, wondering how come they're not suffering as bad as we are. Because your leadership had vision. Your leadership is creative. Your leadership is not trying to feed your emotion to get a cash out. Your leadership really wants you to survive and do well. Your leadership wants you independent and out of the nest and truly do for self. These idiots have really caused a lot of unnecessary suffering. And people keep talking about what they could do. Well, instead of them bomb, make them do it. You have the power, but you got to stand up. You can make them do it because Congress gave you the right to bear arms and form a militia and take out a tyrann. They, first of all, you outnumber them. And your children are in these military. Your sons and your daughters are not going to come and murder you. They're not going to drop bombs on you. Man up. You such a man, then you make them. Or you take them out. Because they have become tyrannical. This is not new. Donald Trump has just made it manifest. This has been going on a long time. And it's so bad, you laugh about it. You make jokes about the corrupt politicians and you make jokes about the lawyers. These type of people, they can bring harm to folks' lives. There are innocent people sitting on death row. There are many innocent people overpunished. You can't laugh at these judges and make, oh, well, that's just a lawyer. That's the president. These folks, you change lives, destroy lives. For what? And now, many white people are saying, I see exactly what the black American, I see what they're talking about now. It don't make no difference how you got here. You're here now. The time of revolution, on the 250th anniversary, you should have the strength and the vigor and be valiant enough. Enough is enough. If you're a man, manhood has been destroyed in America. Not just for black men, white man too. Because if these had the same mindset, the same thinking process of the forefathers, they would not tolerate. This wouldn't even have got as far as it has gone. Wouldn't even gone this far. Because you threatening my freedom. You taking away my freedom. That's what the Revolutionary War was about. It's up to you. I already know black men not gonna do nothing. So now it's up for the white folks. It's your nation. You say it's your nation. It's under siege. What you gonna do about it? Keep getting drunk. Keep watching porn. I can't wait for the next Spider-Man movie. All this nonsense. And you have idiots destroying your nation. On that note, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, all that type of good stuff. And maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. It's just something on my mind. I guess before I get out of here, I guess I could say something about current events. But actually what I've already said covers current events. What's his name? Young brother, the teen, Nolan Wells. A few years back, Minister Louis Farrakhan had a minister. Same thing happened to him. He went out with his white friends. Came back dead. We don't learn nothing. I mean, what is there to talk about? The little baby shot at Walmart in Mississippi. We kept talking about the Mississippi campaign. That piece of trash probably wouldn't even be wearing a badge. But you don't care. Little baby gone. Then the mother's so ignorant, she go on Facebook. I guess she's showing off the Cash App money people donated to her. Like, wow. Young man, Carmelo Anthony. It's a wonderful thing that folks would get together for an appeal. Many of us who've been in the justice system, you know, once you get convicted, it's very difficult to appeal than it was to get that conviction. The young boy had poor representation, nothing at all. Now he's caught up. It's very difficult to appeal. But see, again, going back to the Mississippi campaign, we would have had lawyers to send down there because it don't make no difference where you at in the United States. As long as Mississippi has become your mother nation, because Africa ain't gonna do a damn thing for you. So that young boy, as a member of our new nation that we're building, our reality, he's in trouble. We sin, paid by us. You don't have to go to the military. We get our dimes and our dollars, and you will defend us. We will form a militia as we have the right to do under the United States Constitution. And we will defend us. Also this year, there has been an increase of black men murdering black women and children. But that's what y'all want. You don't really want real solutions. Because many of our people have mental problems, and the mental problem is coming from being in this goddamn jail. And black men are cowards. Instead of striking out against those who incarcerate them, they strike out against other victims, women and children. Just like the white men go out and murder people at a store, at a school, at a church. instead of that which really causes your problem. But you really don't realize it's your problem because they got you dumbed down. Obsessed with material things. Drugs and alcohol and porn. Freakish behavior. And you take your gun and shoot innocent people. It's not my fault. So now you heard this voice, you can't say that you don't know. Only a man can change this. A boy in an adult body can't do nothing. Those who participated in the Revolutionary War were men. They didn't have an opportunity to be a boy. They had to grow up. And that's something these so-called men refuse to do. So they blame women because you a coward. Blame women because you a porn addict. A dope fiend. Like to play with balls. But you ain't gay. There's nothing man about none of you. When you let this get worse and worse, you say that I protect women and children. Well, I don't protect all women. I just protect my family. You ain't protecting them either. You can't protect your damn self. Because if Mr. Orange Man send ice for your ass, you ain't going to do nothing. All thing you're going to do is say, what did I do? I'm an American citizen. What did I do? What did I What did I do? That's the only thing you're going to say. You're only fooling yourself. When the men of this nation decide we've had enough, it will come to an end. You don't want to be violent? But if it comes down to that, let's get down. That's what the forefathers of this nation did. Okay, well, they didn't have no army. They didn't have no special training. The British had an army. It was an empire. But when it's time to get down for men, it's time to get down. And if you want the black community, you want soul brothers and sisters, you want a different condition for us in this nation, then you got to be ready to get down. Not keep talking about current events and what happened in 1930 and all this foolishness. You got to be ready. Let's do it. But no, y'all got to wait till the white man do it for you because y'all followers. You don't know nothing about leadership. All thing you know how to do is a podcast. That's the best they're going to do. Talking crap about the same stuff. Nothing new. No creativity. Nothing unique. Same old stuff they've been talking for the last 100 years. You get angry at me because I want to do something different because common sense tell me this ain't working. So if this ain't working, I got to try something different. I got to think different. I got to make myself new. Because that which is old, it ain't working. They want to hold on to death. Won't let the dead rest in peace. Because it makes them feel good. How can you feel good in this environment? On that note, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe, all that type of other thing. And I don't know, I just couldn't hold back. I was silent. I just had to talk. I had to get this off my chest. Because it's sickening what I see. And I know, not believe, I know, if we had begun to do this years ago, be in a better, much better position. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, why do they love the devil? Because the devil gives them nothing. Why do you love the Nation of Islam? Because they don't give you nothing. Why you love Moorish World TV? Because he give you nothing. Why y'all love Tariq Nasheed, Sanetta, Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Saddam Hussein, and the list goes on and on. Why you love them? Because they give you nothing. That's tacky. Let's see if we can get out of here. So we'll catch y'all on the flip.